Hello friends, and welcome back to another video from Homemaker. In our today's video, we are going to talk about these beautiful plants which are known as Polka Dot plants, or also known as Hypoestes Phyllostachya. These plants are also known as many other names like Freckle Face, Flamingo plant, Measles plant, and many other names. So these are beautiful little eye-catching plants which have brightly spotted leaves. There are many other varieties, and they come in many different colors, which are spotted and mottled with purple, pink, white, green, and all those colors. And in front of me here you can see different types and different colors of leaves. Like this one has got red with the patches and variegations of green. This one is white with green variegations. This one here, it looks like white, but actually it's pink, very light pink with these green variegations. And here this one is like more, it has got less variegation and it's more white. So they all look beautiful, isn't it? All these variegations are the actual beauty of this plant. So these plants are actually, they are native to Madagascar, South Africa, Southeast Asia, and all those countries. And that's why these plants, they love to be in warm temperature and in a lot of humidity. Now when I talk about temperature, that means 20 to 30 degrees of temperature they need for surviving in the sense like they love to be in that temperature, but they can survive in a little bit of colder conditions, but not frosty cold conditions. So make sure that you don't keep your plants in frosty cold conditions. If it's too cold in your place, bring them inside. And if it's too hot, to maintain the humidity, you can also mist the leaves of these plants, and that much of humidity should be enough for them. But otherwise, normal humidity is just fine. Regarding the light conditions, these plants, they love to be in indirect bright light, but they prefer to be in indirect bright light, but otherwise they can also sustain in medium to low light as well. So they are not very fuzzy about lighting. Okay, when we talk about the soil conditions, because these plants, they are native to like tropical kind of conditions and warm conditions, so the soil that these plants like is the one which has got more peat, like a peaty soil. So maybe I can say an equal proportion of peat moss and compost with a little bit of perlite is just the right soil composition for these plants. When we are talking about providing them with moisture and the peat moss, I want to say that these plants, they love to be in moist conditions. So you have to make sure that the soil always remains moist. It does not dry out. So don't let your soil to dry out completely, because if it dries out, you can see that the leaves will start wilting. The leaves will actually tell you that the soil is too dry, or they're lacking nutrition or whatever, because these leaves will look unhealthy. They'll wilt and they'll droop down, and you'll come to know that you need to water your plant or maybe provide with some nutrition. When we talk about nutrition, you can feed your plant with a weak diluted fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. You can also mix the soil with some compost during spring season, and this will encourage the growth of your plant. So once in a month, fertilizing your plant with organic fertilizer, or you can even use seaweed solution or any liquid diluted liquid fertilizer that you have at your home will do for these plants. Next is the water conditions. So as I told you before, that always make sure that the soil remains moist. Therefore, you might need to water them regularly during summer months, and keep an eye on your soil. Just keep touching the soil. When you touch the soil, it should feel moist to you, but at the same time not soggy. Like, don't let your plant to sit in water, and make sure that it has got enough of the drainage holes underneath, so that excess of water can seep through, because if the water is sitting in your pot, then it'll cause root rot and your plant will die eventually. So the perlite actually helps in making sure that excess of water goes out, and keep the soil moist. That's it. So you might need to water it regularly. Then we will talk about the pest that they can get. So they usually get attacked by mealy bugs, white flies, or aphids. So maybe you can use any of the organic pesticides if you have from the market, or a soap solution, shampoo solution, anything will do to remove get rid of those pests. The last thing that I would like to say, that when your plants are growing, they just come out of this shape, so they will not be in the same shape as you got it from the nursery, because when they grow, they just outgrow, they grow very tall, they become very leggy. So what you need to do is, if you want that same bushier look of your plant, then you might need to keep on pruning your plant from the top, keep on cutting those tall sticks. What will happen is, it will not only maintain the shape of your plant, but will also initiate side growth, which will make your plant look more bushier and more beautifuler. So when your plant gets leggy, then you keep pruning them from the top, and it will maintain the beautiful shape of your plant, and your plant will look nice on your kitchen top, tabletop, your tea table, wherever you like to keep them. So about propagation, when you prune the long sticks from the top, don't just throw them. You can pop them in water, and when the roots come out, you can put them in soil, and you'll get all new polka dot plant ready. So like this one here, you can see this one is like completely going out of this pot, like this. So when it grows even more bigger, it'll grow like everywhere, it'll grow everywhere out of the pot. So you might just need to snip the stem from here, and it'll give out more growth from the bottom, and you can put that part into the water and propagate it. So that was all about the propagation of this plant and the care of this plant. If you have any more information about this plant, about the care and propagation of this plant, please do share with us. And if you have any queries, leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll get back to you. And I hope you enjoyed watching my video. See you next time with another exciting video. Till then, bye bye.